All right, let's talk about something that is, hands down, one of the most frustrating things in the world of manifestation. You're doing everything, you're trying every technique you can find, and yet you feel completely, totally stuck. So, what's really going on here?
I mean, you're doing the affirmations, you're scripting, you're visualizing, you're literally trying every technique under the sun, right? But it feels like nothing is moving. If that sounds like you, if you're nodding your head right now, then stick with me because we are going to get to the real root of why this happens.
Okay, so the first big reason you might be feeling stuck, I like to call it the search for the key. You know what I mean? It's that constant, almost frantic hunt for that one magic technique, that one secret piece of info that you think is gonna finally unlock everything.
And this creates such a frustrating loop, doesn't it? You try one technique, it doesn't seem to work fast enough, so you switch to another one. Then you see a new video promising the real secret, so you jump on that bandwagon. But all this constant switching, it's not just ineffective, it's actually creating a very specific and very counterproductive state of being.
So what exactly is a state? Well, just think of it like the identity you're wearing right now. It's the whole collection of your beliefs and your assumptions about yourself and the world. And here's the absolute key. Your entire reality, it's just a mirror. It's perfectly reflecting the state you're in right now. And this is the trap. By constantly searching and jumping from thing to thing, you've accidentally programmed yourself into a state of nothing works. The search itself has become your manifestation. You're literally manifesting a reality where you are always searching, and because of that, you're never finding.
All right, the second major mistake, and this is a big one, is focusing on the reflection. This is when you're constantly looking at your current circumstances, what a lot of people call the 3D world, for proof that your manifestation is working. Here's something you really need to get. Your current reality is old news. Seriously, it's just a delayed reflection of your past thoughts and assumptions. It has zero power over your present moment, unless you give it power by reacting to it. It's like standing in front of a mirror and yelling at your reflection to smile first. That's just not how it works, right?
So this really shows the two different ways you can go about this. On one side, you've got the reactive mindset. That's when you're constantly monitoring your reality, looking for proof, trying to get something. But on the other side, you have the creative mindset. This is where you ignore that old reflection, you focus inward, and you just decide you already are the person who has what you want. One is a state of lack, the other, that's a state of fulfillment.
Okay, so if the techniques aren't the key, and the 3D is just a reflection of the past, then what is the cause? Where does your creative power actually come from? The answer is almost shockingly simple. You are the cause. Your identity, your fundamental concept of yourself, that is the one and only power creating your entire reality. This is the core principle right here. You don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you are. You can do techniques for hours and hours, but your reality will always default back to who you fundamentally believe you are. Your self-concept is like the operating system running in the background. It overrides everything else. Let's make this super practical. Imagine two people, Shelley the seeker and Dexter the source. Now, Shelley's core belief is, I'm not chosen. So all of her focus, all her techniques are about chasing a specific person to prove her wrong, to validate her. But Dexter, he does the opposite. He changes his own identity first. He just decides, you know what, I am the prize. He focuses on his own state of being loved, and guess what happens? He becomes magnetic.
And sure, Shelley might see some temporary movement. Maybe her person texts her or comes around for a little while. But because her underlying identity is still, I'm not chosen, reality has to eventually snap back to reflect that core belief. The results just aren't sustainable because she never changed the true cause, which was her concept of herself. Okay, so let's go one level deeper here. Why is your identity the cause? I mean, really, why does this work? To get this, we have to talk about the fundamental nature of reality and something called the illusion of separation.
So most of us, most of the time, are operating from a place called dualism. This is basically the ego's view of the world. It's where everything is separate. There's me, and then there's my desire way over there. This belief in separation, it's the root cause of all seeking, all feelings of lack, and all the struggle.
But the deeper truth of reality is actually non-dualism. This is the understanding that at the most fundamental level, there is no separation. There's only one consciousness, one awareness, just experiencing itself. And what this means is that your desire isn't something out there for you to get. It's already a part of your own being, just like a wave is already part of the ocean. Now, this changes everything. It means manifestation isn't about attracting or acquiring something you don't have. It's about recognizing and waking up to a version of reality that already exists inside of you. You can't be separate from your desire, because you and your desire are both just expressions of the very same consciousness. Okay, so this brings us to the final, and honestly the most important shift. It's the practical move away from all that effort of getting something, and into the simple, effortless state of just being it. This quote just cuts through all the noise. You either have it or you don't. It's really that simple. It's a binary choice. Right now, in this moment, you are either embodying the state of having what you want or you're not. There's no in between. It's just a decision.
So how do you actually do this? How do you make this practical? Well, first you just decide. You make a firm, non-negotiable choice that your desire is a done deal. Second, you start thinking from that reality, not of it. See, thinking of it is wanting. Thinking from it is having. So ask yourself, what would my thoughts be if this was already true? And third, you persist. When that old reality shows up in the mirror, you ignore it. You stay loyal to your inner decision.
And this completely redefines what the work is, doesn't it? The real effort isn't in attracting or forcing anything. The only work is to stop feeding that old identity. It's all about gently letting go of the stories of being unworthy or stuck or not enough, those old labels you've been carrying around for way too long.
So I'm just going to leave you with this final thought. What if this whole journey, what if it isn't about getting your desire at all? What if the real goal is to finally drop the chase and just wake up to the person you already are?